Hello everybody! Welcome back to the ISCR, where today we are at Bristol Motor Speedway. We are running the Food City Dirt Race here, which if you don't know, we are on a half-mile oval speedway here, in which you will see it is not that big. Half a mile for these cars is not very big. Qualifying, they average about 16.5 seconds per lap. This just goes to show that this is not going to be one of those tracks that we've had already where it takes millions of years and we're halfway through the race by the time those lap cars. Don't mind me eating, I just got food, by the way. Commentators need to eat too. I also may be getting fined from my school because the elevator door tried to close on me and I absolutely should have checked it. But that doesn't matter, because we're at Bristol in the ISCR. Let me post out that we are, in fact, live. My phone disconnect from the Wi-Fi for no reason. So, as you see, we were expecting Ralph Hines here in the number 1 car. As let me pull up the qualifying order again. Qualifying order on pole position for the second time the second time in 4 races we have the 2 car of Dylan Danger on pole. On his outside, you have the pole position driver from last race at Phoenix and Jaquez Alfonso, who's right here. In third position on the inside of row 2 is the 7 car J. Mark Peterson. On the outside of row 2 is the 69 car of his Coxswain. On the inside of row 3, starting 5th, you have the 89 car of Bud. On the outside of row 3, you have the 18 Zachary James. On the inside of row number 4, you have the 17 of Quentin Valentine. On the outside of row number 4, you have the 0 car of Campbell McCarthy, who was your race winner last time at Phoenix. On the inside of row 5, you have the 1 car of Ralph Hines, who you see on screen right now. And on the outside of row 5, we have the 12 car, that in Finbar. Like I said, don't mind if you hear chips or any syrup smacking. I am eating during commentary because I'm hungry. As I said earlier, I definitely absolutely should have checked the elevator door. So I don't think I can get in trouble for that because the door did close on me and I was just trying to make sure I didn't get squished. So I had to show it who's boss. But regardless, as we can see here, the 1 car of Ralph Hines, he's in the back row of these 10 Cup drivers. He has the fastest time through practice. As the 10 and 2, who are your front 2, have the second and third fastest. Seconds away from the start of the race, as I'm going to try and eat this quesadilla as fast as possible so you don't have to worry about it. I'm basically sure that there is going to be chaos. It's a dirt track and we have a lot of cars that are going to be lined up at the start of this race. I don't think we're getting very far without an accident happening. And here we are on race time. As we said before, the 2 car is your pole position driver. This marks his second one, the first driver to 2 poles in these first 4 races. If you want to know who's going to be competing here to be the first 2-win driver, you have...
Drivers, start your engines!
As I was saying before I got interrupted, the 7 car, who's in 3rd place from qualifying, is looking for his second win. The 89, who's right behind the 7, is looking for his second win. And the 0, who is on the outside of row number 4 there, is also looking for his second win. But a lot of these drivers are looking for their first win, including these 2 that are in the front, as we are getting around the pace lap here. And as you can tell, the dirt is a little bit of a factor here. Dirt's going to make these cars want to slide up more. It's going to make those back tires a little bit loose, a little bit slippery as we come to the Geico restart zone. The 2 car already off to a good start here. But so far through turns 1 and 2, Jack was Alfonso with a big run that line. So 10 cars going to be in the lead in back-to-back races for lap number 1. As everybody gets past the 2 car. Now it's Hawksworm in second. He's also looking for his first win, but these 2 in the front have a little bit of history at Phoenix. As we saw, the first wreck of the season involved the 69 spinning out the 10 for a lead. And I don't think the 10 wants that to happen again, as he's going to keep trying to create space here. And so far, still green. That's the 10 car. Huge, commanding lead. See, he's gaining a 1/10 of a second every lap. Alfonso, in only his second race, and the US is in the 4th. He is dominating so far here in Bristol. Over towards the middle of the pack here. Side-by-side action here. One thing Alfonso's going to fear here is catching back up to the cars towards the back. There's already somebody on pit lane. That is the 58 car from Team Dr. Pepper. Maybe that's Cordon. So he's going around pit lane here. Already lapped by the 10. That just shows how close the 10 is to the back of the field. He's only about half the track length away. Now see, this is where the problem started to happen for the 10 in last race. Dominating through first 40 or so laps. And once he got to lap traffic, the 69 caught up to him, and the 69 made a very aggressive move to shove the 10 out of the way. And that cost not just the 10, but the 69, both of them. Cost both of them the race. Alfonso absolutely dominant so far here in Bristol. I can see for Alfonso once he hits that lap traffic. He's able to maneuver around it. As J.Mar Peterson already on pit lane. I couldn't wonder why the second car would be down in the pits. They're 3 wide here for second almost. This track is not very wide. I don't know three wide is going to be the maneuver here. I think the 18 almost got into that left end of the 69. As I said, these cars are going to want to run up with this dirt. The only problem with that is if you go low, you're going to run up, and if you go 3 wide, that's 2 cars running up into that top lane. And that's bound to be some trouble eventually. And as the 10 leaves the field in quite literally his dust, the rest of the field battling it out here, trying to get positions. As it looks like a 2-car maneuvers his way past his teammate in third. There's Alfonso, only about 1 stretch away from the lap cars. That might be a struggle because those lap cars are already 2 wide apiece. As Trent Duffy, I believe that is, already going down. So is the 0 car, Campbell McCarthy, going down pit lane. As they're 3 wide for second here, the 2 car has damage on his inside. The 1 car has damage, the 18 has damage. There's damage all over the middle of the pack here. They're almost 4 wide for second place here. They're being aggressive back here for these points, but eventually it's going to cost them as they go 4 wide. 2 car to the wall. 69 gets spun. The 2 car is in the wall like Doc Hudson. Huge damage being dealt here. As the caution flag is flown, but I think the damage has already been done to the middle of the field. I don't think the 2 cars rejoining on track here. As we saw, the 2 car was all the way up in the catch fence. As even the lead car of the 10 has damage on his inside from that. And he was a full 5 seconds ahead of everybody. So damage all over the field as the 17 looks like he's absolutely done. Cars shut off on him. As we see damage to most of the field, the only 2 cars from our Cup Series field that has no damage are the 2 that pit earlier, with the 7 and the 0, as they're going to come down pit lane again now. The 89 and the 12. The only 2 cars that did not come down pit lane. if you're in the lead now, you don't have to worry about the lap cars. Now you just have to worry about restarts on these cautions, as the 89 of Bud Piper will be your leader now. After 26 laps of Alfonso being your leader, you will have... Actually, wait. Yes, it should be Bud Piper coming around this time as your lead car. Nope. They still place the lap down? They absolutely are. We head to the restart zone here. The lap car's on the inside. This may be a problem again. 89 gets a great jump on that high lane to start. That might be the best restart spot to be in second place here, as we're 3 wide again for second with the lap cars as the 12 ran right into that wall. As Alfonso already down pit lane again. Theoretically means this is the first lap since AI has led all season. Cup Series, it's a battle here between Franks and Coxlong. Oh, we have another crash! Coxlong again! He spun out into the wall! As the caution is back out again. Halfway through the race, we have as many cautions as we've had the other 3 races combined. This is Bristol, baby. We said there was going to be chaos on this dirt. I was not lying when I said that. There is chaos unfolding here. We have an AI driver in the lead. We've had 2 crashes today. Technically 3, actually. The 69 car has been involved in 2 of the 3 crashes today. As I believe the 10 car of Alfonso probably was saying that this is karma for him. '69, really aggressive driver, but it's not paying off here in this dirt. See, 69 and 17, tremendous damage to both of them. Same can be said about the 1, but 69 likely is going to be removing that back bumper and coming down pit lane soon. According to the scorekeepers, the 47 AI is now your race leader. And he's all the way back here, so I believe it still is going to be the 26 when we come back around. Yes, it is the 26. Heinz is going to be on that high lane when we come back to the restart, which likely will mean that Heinz will be your leader. As we've seen earlier, the high lane is absolutely dominant lane. You know, the 69 would be in the front high lane. I believe our lap cars should be making their way up if we are going to go green anytime soon. Oh, but the 17 was still on pit lane, waiting on Valentine to get back his heat. Now you see now the lap cars going to the front, and guess who's up there? The 10 and the 7 both are lap down. Or both. Going to be towards that front. We have another car down pit lane now. 09 of Lloyd Kendry Jr. is down pit lane as well, but I believe we're going green this time. Yeah, we are. So he's on pit lane as the restart's happening. As the one car will dip down. We're 3 wide with a lap car and our leaders. Still in the lead somehow as an AI driver. This shows you the chaos that Bristol has. 26 into the wall here. After Heinz, there is nobody that's a Cup Series driver until 8th or 6th place for Foxline, who's been in 2 accidents today. Remember, the AI drivers don't really take points away from the Cup Series drivers, but they just kind of serve as a little bit of entertainment this year, as we've seen already. There's been the AI that have caused a lot of this drama that we've seen, excluding the 2 of the wrecks today. The lap 7 car is going to try and gain his lap back here. Kendry Jr. rejoins the field. They're 3 wide. 3 lap cars, 3 wide. Are we going to be 3 wide in the front? We will be. As the 1 car into the lead. Heinz. Last race, we saw him take flight, and now with 20 to go, he's your race leader. And 69, who was the only other driver that could catch him, is 3 seconds behind and had a damaged car. As long as we stay green, I believe Heinz may be able to get his first win of the season. But here comes the 17 rejoining the track. This is going to be another roadblock. The 7 got a little bit into it there with the 10. Let's see, the 17 back down pit lane. I believe Valentine is dealing with a lot of damage here. He also doesn't really have much to worry about as he's a full lap behind the driver in front of him. Valentine's basically blocked into his spot on the grid. See the 1 car of Valentine absolutely clear of any driver in the lead lap besides the 26. The 26 is an AI driver, so that will not affect where the 1 technical finishes. All that we can't give him is a race win credit, which may sound like a lot, but that's only a a 10-point difference from his points that he would be for just having first in the lead. Heinz started this in 9th place. He's gone up 8 positions, which will lead to an extra 24 points regardless, as he's just going to try and hang on for these final 10 laps we have at Bristol. You never know what can happen here. We might have one more caution. Salamana is going to go down pit lane. A lot of damage on these cars today. A lot of these cars are definitely going to get these firework frames scrapped. The 2 car is getting that entire car scrapped, most likely. The 1 car here, I believe, should just ease up here. The 7 car doesn't mean much here. The lap car, he's still got to go around an extra lap to even actually have any impact on the standings. All the 7's trying to do is stay away from that Nissan, number 10 right behind him. The 10's struggling to get behind, or get away from that 26 car. Look towards the middle of the field here, because this is where the accident would happen if there was any penalty. It does not look like there will be one yet. Oh, we have a little bit of tapping. If you're Ralph Heinz, you don't want to see this. You want them to be racing perfectly clean, perfectly straight in a line. But right now, it does not look like that. Like right now, it looks like a sloppy mess. But now they line up here, and as Ralph Heinz wanted, he might get it here. As long as he can hold on for another 4 laps, now make it 3. As Heinz goes down pit lane! This will give the 69 car a lead, with only 3 to go! 1 car might have started to run out of gas here. That could be a devastating problem, as the 69 of Coxlong is technically your race leader for Cup Series, but the 26 is in the lead. As long as the 26 does not have to pit here, it looks like an AI driver will win this race. As here we come around the final lap, the 26 car of Ricky Bobby is gonna be your race winner at Bristol. It is a miracle in Food City. As Coxlong is gonna have first place points but no win. And for him, this is hugely devastating. The win would have put him for sure locked into that playoff picture so far. But without it, now he's kinda... he's still gonna be in that playoff race. That playoff race is getting dangerously close in the middle of the field. finish here for your Cup Series drivers. The 69 is your race leader. We're not going to call him a winner, though, because he did not win the race. Right behind him, you have Bud Piper, who is already first place in points. Definitely getting a nice boost there. After him, you have the 10 car. Behind him, as you saw earlier, there was the 7 car. As I don't know, chaos just unfolded in front of us. Still, as we still try to go through the results here. The 0 of McCauley in front of the 12 of Fingar. I'm sorry, in front of the 7, you had the 1 of Ralph Heinz. Then in 8th place, you had the 17 of Quentin Valentine. And then in 9th and 10th place, you have the 18 and the 2 of Demonic Motorsports. Both of them in that huge accident. And that's going to be devastating for both of them, as they were both in that little playoff picture that I just gave you. Or just told you about, that this may cost Coxlong a spot in the playoffs eventually as the season keeps going. The next time we will be in Bristol, it will not be dirt. I can guarantee you that. It will be on concrete, but this is going to be the first time I do this. I'm going to go through the points on stream and recording. So we go through race results. This is the Food City 400. Let's go through our qualifying results. Danger, qualified first place. Accident in the middle of the race, finishes last. However, that pole point still does apply. But 0 laps led is a little bit of a struggle, as he's only at 33 points from this race, from having pole and 10th place. Very much not what he wanted. As second place in qualifying, you had the 10 car of Alfonso. Alfonso has 31 laps led, which will add to his points. Qualified in second and finished in third. So went down only 1 position in the race, which is not very bad considering how everybody else fared. Third place, you had the 7 car, Jamar Peterson. And he finished in 5th. Fourth place, you had the 69 of Coxlong. By technicality, gets a 1 next to his name for a race win. But he will lose 10 of those points for not actually winning a race. And then you had Zachary James, who's qualified 5th, finished 9th due to a crash. Quentin Valentine qualified 6th, finished 8th due to damage and laps. You had the 0 of Campbell McCarthy, who finished in the same spot he qualified in 7th. After that, oh, excuse me, I completely skipped over who was actually 5th, so my bad. Campbell actually went up a position. So whenever I do this, sorry, I don't have like an immediate thing where it puts it in. So Bud Piper was actually fifth place, and he finished in second. As like I said before, that will give him a good boost in points. After that, you had the one car of Ralph Heinz, who I believe should have won this race if it wasn't for fuel, as he finished fourth. So still good points for him, as he needed them. He was way back in points. As last place in qualifying was Fingar, who ends up finishing seventh. Due to all of the damage that was done, he kind of stayed for the most part. Even though he didn't have the best race, he stayed clean enough to where he could finish above all the drivers that did not. So if we go through the updated points, after I put in that subtraction, there we go. We go to standings points. And so Bud Piper will still be your leader in points by 65 points with 387. Second place, Jamar Peterson with 322. Third place, Cox Long will overtake Campbell McCarthy with 306 points. Campbell McCarthy in fourth, 262. And right on the bubble here in the playoffs, you have Demonic Motorsports drivers who both DNF this race with 245 for James and 232 for Danger. Right outside the playoff bubble, you have Quentin Valentine with 204, so he is only behind by 28 points to Danger. Right behind that, you have a driver with only 2 races under his belt, but is currently averaging more than our current leader in points with Jaquez Alfonso, as he is en route to make the playoffs as long as he keeps this streak up. In ninth place, you have Fingar of the 12 car with 189, but 5 points behind him and only 20 points behind Valentine, which is about 50 points out of the playoffs. You have Ralph Heinz, as now the playoff race is getting really close after 4 races. Well, I thank everybody who tuned into the stream, and anybody that's watching this recording on YouTube, I thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe or follow the channel and join the Discord server, as it's probably going to be linked underneath. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.